Good morning, JAGs. Today on JAG TV, we speak with some of the APs about some extra security measures occurring on campus.
We will also take you downtown San Antonio for a unique artistic experience.
And finally, we will take a drive out 35 to the Wildlife Ranch.
This is JAG TV.
Spring break starts this weekend, so don't forget to attend all your work by this Friday, the last day of the quarter.
There's an NHS meeting on Thursday, March 7th at 4:30 p.m. in the cafeteria and a meeting Friday, March 8th at 8:15 a.m. in the library.
Cheer tryouts will begin at 4:30 p.m. on March 8th in the cheer room. Good luck to those trying out.
As announced this summer, the administration has begun using metal detecting hand devices to conduct random searches. Javi and Eduardo have more.
In the month of February, administration began wanding students during random classroom checks.
So essentially what they'd be wanding for would be something that could be harmful to somebody else, potentially searching for a weapon that a student potentially, could have on them. And so that's why you'd find the wanding in areas where students can be clothed. If somebody is wearing shorts, we're not going to wand their legs because obviously somebody's not going to be holding anything there.
The process requires the cooperation of students and doesn't take up too much time.
They asked us all to leave all of our stuff on our desks and then stand up and go line up against the wall outside. And then they made you empty your pockets, hold like your phone or keys, whatever you had in your hand. You had to stand and like kind of T-pose. And then they wanded you. They just made sure like you didn't have any metal on you. And then once you were clear, you went back outside and you stood on the other side of the hallway where another AP made sure you weren't doing anything fishy. And then the drug dogs came around and sniffed all of our backpacks.
These searches take place whenever an outside NEPD officer visits the campus. However, students are not chosen in advance.
It's all just a random draw. Yeah, so anytime they show up, there's just an area that's just randomly picked. The administrators do not make that decision. The officer who's not on this campus just picks rooms to go to.
According to the administration, even though students are undergoing a formal search, admin still wants to preserve communication with students. So when items are found in a search, what happens next can vary.
Depending on what that item would be, would depend on what the discipline would take place. So, for example, found a lighter on a student. We are going to obviously try to protect that student's dignity and have some conversation one-on-one with the student and take the student downstairs here when the entire search is over.
Though the system was put in place for the safety of students, some can't help going through the process with a sense of fear.
Yeah, it was kind of intimidating. Like, even though you knew you were safe and like you didn't have anything, like having all of those people kind of like staring at you and like the chance of something, like someone like slipped something in your backpack, or like you never like know what might happen, and it could like end up kind of like ruining your career. So
from JAG TV, this is Javier Juarez.
They're back on campus now, but the Model UN students just visited UC Berkeley. Talia and Julie have more.
Johnson's Model United Nations class focuses on problems around the world and provides students with an opportunity to learn about global issues and discuss how to solve them.
Model UN is actually a authentic simulation of the United Nations where we tackle real world issues, international issues, and we try to find viable solutions based on the country that we represent. And so it's not about what your own personal perspective is on the issue. It's about trying to find some way to cooperate with others and develop a understanding of different perspectives and finding a viable solution to these issues.
Students work on different worldwide issues for either class or conference. The conferences that students can attend allow them to be in a competitive atmosphere while expanding their knowledge and practicing diplomacy.
We go to the computer lab and we research and write position papers and just overall plan for our conferences whenever we have to do conference prep.
Although the Model United Nations class involves mostly independent work, students help one another to create their best work, also uplifting one another to create confidence in public speaking.
It's always difficult to get up in front of people and talk in front of people, but if you're willing to take that chance, you're going to improve and continue to grow as a delegate.
Students participate in multiple conferences around Texas to be part of the mock United Nations committee sessions. Recently, some CTJ MUN students traveled to Berkeley, California to participate in the University of Berkeley Model United Nations Conference. All grade levels are welcome to join. For JAG TV, this has been Talia Pimienta.
There's a JAG on campus who's hoping to make a name for himself and some money spinning tracks. Here's Nick with the story.
Senior Rafael Sanchez has taken his love of music and is trying to turn it into a career.
Previously, my dad used to be DJ actually when he was in his 20s, and it really motivated me to do what he did because I really like music, and I was like, you know what, why not DJ in front of like tens of thousands of people and have like people supporting you.
Other than hoping to support himself financially as a DJ, Rafael's goals include other things throughout the world of EDM.
I really wanted to maybe hopefully sometime in the future DJ at a major festival, probably like EDC or Ultra Music Festival. That would probably be my dream.
As a student at Johnson who makes music, he also likes to see other students succeed in their goals as musicians.
Anyone can pretty much do it. You just got to put your mind and craft into it. What I see more and more of is people really try to get into the rap game, and I'm not really into that because one, I don't rap. I just don't have the lyrical talent to.
DJing for Rafael isn't just about the experience of making music, but where he gets to go so he can show his talent to others.
If I did it as a job, most DJs, at least that I know, that are really out there, they tend to travel across the world and, meet new people, experience new things, and I kind of want to do that.
A lot of people might think it's easy, but as Rafael explains, it's really something you have to be dedicated to.
I get my kicks and then my hi-hats, and then I put it all together to get, a song of their liking. So what I have here is a song I've been working on for quite some time, and I'll show you what I have so far.
For JAG TV, this is Nick Casanueva.
If you're going to be in town during spring break and want to spice up your feed, Colby has some suggestions.
If you're looking for a way to spice up your Instagram, 51 Essex Street is the perfect stop for all your mural needs.
So this is a mixed-use project called Essex Modern City that we are the design architects for, and we've been collaborating with the client to hold art festivals sort of every second Saturday. The idea is to activate the site, bring the community out, bring artists in, as well as kind of throw a party with food trucks, music, and all those kind of things.
The artwork is influenced not only by San Antonio's culture, but also by artists from all over the country.
It's interesting to witness kind of the conversations and sort of the sharing of culture from the different cities and what they can bring to San Antonio, and then what San Antonio has to offer to these artists doing work in other places.
The murals attract visitors from all over.
I currently live in Austin, but originally from San Diego. And it's really just about not following any forms or rules and just finding your own space where you can just express yourself.
With the help of an out-of-state artist, pieces are regularly rotated.
We've been working with an artist and kind of a, I guess, street art curator out of Los Angeles, and so he's sort of the point of contact, John Leonardo, and he helps to contact artists, really kind of look at their work and understand how it fits into the bigger picture, kind of for the story that we're trying to tell here. So,
social media is an important aspect of Essex Modern City's communication and promotion to the community.
So Instagram and Facebook for sure, and so Essex Modern City is one to follow on Instagram and on Facebook, and then ours is CreoArc, CREOARC, and so we'll kind of always post updates for the events and when they're coming up, what artists are coming, things like that.
From downtown San Antonio and JAG TV, this has been Colby Edmonds.
Essex City will be holding its next festival this Saturday, March 9th.
With spring break right around the corner, Katie and Aldara visit another possible pastime this spring break.
Hey guys, we're here at Wildlife Ranch at Natural Bridge Caverns.
And we're here to explore some animals and show you what you could be doing this spring break. Let's go.
Okay, so a cool thing about this place is that when you get here, they give you some food.
So you can feed the little animals.
And then, but the first one is free, and then the second one is $2.50. So, and it's $22 to get in.
He doesn't want crabs.
Hold on, I'm putting it on auto. He said, I don't want to do crabs.
He said no crabs.
Oh my god, there's bison up there. What? So I see we are now coming up on the bison portion of the safari ride. After the bison, it is the zebra.
Okay, so we're entering zebra area.
It's called the Kenyan Preserve. So caution, it says remember to drop the feed on the ground because they might bite you. I'm not gonna do that. Just gonna hold the bag out. If it takes the whole bag.
What is that? Do you see that? Those red things? Alright, Jags, that's been all for our trip. For JAG TV, this has been Aldara Velasquez
and Katie Peters.
Bye, Jags.
No, no, please no, please no, please no.
Oh my god.
And now to Gabe and Nick with sports.
Welcome back. This week in sports, both softball and baseball came back from tournaments, soccer had a couple of games, and track was out at Judson. This is JAG Sports.
Jags baseball played their first game on the new field Tuesday, February 26th.
Oh, I think it's unbelievable. You know, it's a great facility and well-deserving.
It's pretty chill. The lights are nice, the turf's nice, it's a nice stadium.
The stadium that just opened in February has been getting great reviews.
Well, I think it's just the overall panoramic view of it. You know, it's a beautiful surface. It's got great surroundings, and just overall, I think it's just a panoramic view.
Probably the scoreboard, because it's nice and big and you can actually read everything on it.
With the modern design of the stadium, not much can be upgraded.
There ain't a whole lot. There's not a whole lot you can do to it. It really is special, and you know, maybe hotter popcorn or something.
Things to do around it, because like right now it's just like a whole bunch of like dead grass and like old baseball fields. So more stuff to do around it.
From JAG TV, this has been Tanner Garvin and Caleb Coleman.
The baseball team is rounding off their pre-district play, in which they hold a record of 8-3, and the Jags will start district during spring break.
This year is looking promising for the track team, coming off their first meet of the season, in which they had a number of placements in several events. Our guys took second overall at Judson, taking first in the 800, in the 4x400, and taking second in the 16, 32, and 4x200. Our girls took third overall at the Judson meet, taking first in the 16 and 3200, as well as the triple jump.
Onto the field, the girls soccer team is coming off their second tie with the Rattlers, but bounced back with a dominant 7-1 win over MacArthur.
Up next will be Roosevelt, Madison, and Churchill to finish out district play.
The guys tied against Lee and edged out a 1-0 victory versus MacArthur.
Going into the final games of district play, the guys are looking at Roosevelt, Churchill, and Madison.
While the Jags took wins over all three, the games still looked to be challenges. JAG Sports, this has been Gabe.
And Nick. See you next week.
Finally, here's a message from our crew.
That's all for this week, Jags. For JAG TV, this has been Eldara Velasquez.
And Josh Keating.
See you next time, Jags.